How many different cleaning routines, cleaning checklists, cleaning schedules have you tried? And how many of them have actually worked? Let's talk about why such things often don't work and what we can do about it. Hi, I'm Mystie Winckler, homemaker, homeschool mom of 5, grandma, author of the book Simplified Organization, Learn to Love What Must Be Done, and hostess here at Simply Convivial. Convivial means enjoying life together, and that's the hospitable atmosphere that we want to create in our homes. We build a convivial life without perfectionism or overwhelm by learning to love what must be done, organizing our attitudes, and walking in fruitful faithfulness. My goal is to equip as many women as possible to become engaged, competent, cheerful Christian homemakers. I'm so glad you've joined me. Now, being competent as a homemaker means cleaning house at the bare minimum. That's not all it means, but to do our job well, we do have to have some way to get the house clean. So let's talk about why so many of the options that we've tried have not worked. Grab a basket of laundry to fold and let's dig in. So you've tried a chore chart. You've tried themed days with a particular cleaning routine. Maybe you've downloaded some cleaning schedules off of Pinterest or Etsy, and yet the house is never clean, or at least it doesn't feel that way. Still, the house gets messy, you feel behind, and you're still hunting for that perfect cleaning routine that will actually work for your life. The problem might not be the schedule or the chart or the plan. The primary problem could actually be your expectations and what you think your goal is supposed to be as you implement whatever plan it is you're currently trying. Often we expect that if we have found the right cleaning plan, the right house cleaning routine, then the house will stay clean. But have you ever stopped to think of what that really means? Especially if you have a bunch of kids in the house. The house doesn't stay clean. The house gets messy, and we have a regular plan to clean it up again. Not so that it stays that way, but so that we kind of stay on top of our own daily rhythms as our family actually uses the house that we live in. Our family using the house as a place to live, as a stage on which the action and drama of our lives is being lived on, means that there is always action happening. There is always use being made of the space. And along the way, that means that messes are made, that there is upkeep to happen. A properly used and managed stage simply requires some stage resets. Our goal in cleaning the house is to keep our spaces functional for their real use, but it's the use that matters. If we had a cleaning routine that kept the house clean, that made the house stay clean, then probably what's happening in our house is we are stifling life, preventing life from being lived because it's getting in the way of our goal of a clean house. The house stays cleaner when fewer people live and work in the space. That's just reality. So if you're in a season where there are a lot of people doing a lot of life in your home, then keeping the house clean is the wrong focus. Instead, we simply want some regular routines in place to stay on top of the actual use of our home so that it remains functional, so that the stage is reset for life to continue to be happening there. But it's always the life happening that matters and not the state of the house. There is no cleaning routine that will create a static state in our home. And we don't really want a static state in our home anyway. Static is more dead than alive. That shouldn't be our goal. Our house cleaning routines simply create rhythms where we regularly give our space attention and time. We don't have to spell out the exact work that has to be done on a particular schedule or else. Instead, we want to be attentive to our space as well as our people, to see what needs to happen in our space because of what has been happening in that space. There's no exact same work that, if done consistently, like mechanically, that will then create a mechanically autopilot clean house. Instead, we can say, half an hour today, I will make the kitchen cleaner. Not I will work through this exact checklist of tasks, but I will spend 30 minutes cleaning the kitchen. Some days that will mean moving everything off the counters so you can wipe them down even back to the corners. Some days you'll walk in and you're like, oh my goodness, somebody with sticky fingers touched every cupboard and appliance. And so I'm going to wipe those down. But then other times, that's not the case. So why wipe them down? You want to go in and apply the effort that your space actually needs at that time. Cleaning can be, and really should be, a personal, attentive time. You are paying attention and seeing what needs to be done and applying the proper work to the space at that time. It doesn't have to be the exact same tasks at the exact same time on these particular days so that I know I have done what I am supposed to do. Instead, it's managing the space as the homemaker, the maker of that space. You can express your personality, not just in how you decorate, but even in how you spend your time cleaning. Don't look for the mechanical expression, for the autopilot checklist. Allow yourself to be personally involved in managing and cleaning the space, in the maintenance of the space. If we're going to learn to love what must be done, that means giving what must be done a particular kind of affectionate attention. But instead, we often want to find the perfect checklist so that we don't have to spend any time or attention on the work. We want to be detached and uninvolved and just implement something, some kind of guarantee where we can feel like we've done what we're supposed to do and we can just move on. But if we're going to learn to love what must be done, that means investing our personal selves in the work itself. And we do that by having time set aside for the work and then coming to that work ready to be attentive, engaged, all in, not blindly working through someone else's checklist, but rather seeing what could be done, knowing what would help our family live its life more fully, what would facilitate life and action in our own family, and doing that because we know that it will make a difference for our family, not because someone else told us that we should. Everyone's cleaning routine should be different because the number of people, the ages of those people, the family rhythms, the house layout and size, all of these things make such a difference to the kind of use that the house gets. That there's no predictable way in an active, busy, growing family to even say that these particular things need to happen every single week. Sometimes they'll need to happen twice a week, sometimes once a week, maybe sometimes less. If you find that that's the case, it's not because you haven't found the right cleaning checklist yet. It's because actually being a homemaker means stepping into a space and becoming involved personally, being invested, paying attention, and doing what needs to be done for your particular situation. That means being aware of what your particular situation requires. And it means doing your work for your particular people as well. Not based on what someone on the internet says or on how it will look for the pictures for social media, but to make that space ready for its job. Being the stage on which your family is living out its work, its play, its worship, its relationships. And when you do that, you can be satisfied and enjoy the outcome, which is that life being lived in that space. So the life being lived isn't undoing your work at all, but rather your work is making that life possible, and you love it. So it can take some thought to figure out what your house, what your family needs when it comes to regular routine maintenance and cleanup. So I have a free guide that will walk you through your house and possibilities and your family's living habits so that you can figure out a cleaning routine that works for your situation right now. It's called Personalized Housekeeping Guide, and you can get that for free by going to simplyconvivial.com/clean. You can also find the link in the description of this episode, or just type in simplyconvivial.com/clean to get that free guide that will walk you through becoming personally invested in maintaining and making your home. This is how we repent, rejoice, repeat when it comes to housework.